I told my husband that let me go and take a car on hire purchase. He was like, how will you be driving on Lagos Road? He was so insisting that I shouldn't. But after so much persuasion, I was like, I tried to convince him. When he was convinced to annex, okay, he said no problem. So he supported me. Then I went to take the car. He actually took the car on my behalf. Do you understand? He's very, very proud of me. Very, very, I'm sure of that. Very, very proud of me. You know, when you are no man wants a idle woman. Do you understand? When he goes out at the end of the month, when he brings this, and you two, you're able to contribute this to, do you understand what is on ground? There is no way. He's proud of me. I'm sure of that. To me, I believe there is nothing a man can do and a woman cannot do if you actually need the money. So you just have to come out and do something. So don't feel intimidated by men at all.
Mrs. Kemi Toriola is a 35-year-old woman who is also a mom of 2 and a female cab driver here in Lagos. In this interview with Legit.ng, she spoke about why she decided to go into this business and how her husband have been supportive of this chosen path in the past 2 years. Also, she disclosed how growing up was a bit tough for her, and if things were so rosy, she wouldn't have been in this line of business. Shout out to the man behind the camera, Idara. I'm Dolapo Amodeni. Keep watching Legit TV.
I'm Mrs. Toriola Kemi. I'm from Ekiti State. Okay, I'm married and I have 2 kids. And I'm 35 years of age.
What do you do?
I'm a boat driver in Lagos.
So this is actually a very interesting one. Being a woman in a male-dominated, environment, how do you feel, seeing lots of men? We know that we have so many men in this line of business, and you are a woman. How does that feel?
Yeah, I actually feel good, because to me, I believe there is nothing a man can do and a woman cannot do if you actually need the money. So you just have to come out and do something. So I don't actually feel somehow. I feel good each time I'm driving. So I don't feel intimidated by men at all. Not at all.
So how long have you been driving, and what has the experience been like on Lagos roads?
Okay, I've been driving now for almost 2 years. Then experience on Lagos Road, it has been good though, because me, what I'm getting at the end of the day is it's what actually motivates me each time I'm leaving the house, because I give myself targets and I have my going out time, my coming back time as well. So within that period, I always try as much as possible to get whatever I want to get for the day. And being on Lagos Road, sometimes it can be very, very hectic because of traffic sometimes, and some people will even order a ride to some areas that at the end of the day, you get there, they won't come out. They might just end the ride immediately. They might cancel the ride rather when you get there to pick them. So all those things, but I don't see it as a challenge. So I don't see it as a challenge. It actually keep motivating me to do more.
All right. So aside from some of these riders who cancel trips, how about experience with Danfo drivers, Korope drivers, dispatch riders, Keke Napep and the likes?
I always try as much as possible to avoid them, because especially dispatch riders, they remove side mirror like nothing, like it is nothing. So I try as much as possible to drive carefully. Most of my riders, they always tell me, when I see a woman, when the app brought up that it is a woman, oh my, I almost wanted to cancel it. Oh, I prefer riding with a woman now. The way you are driving, I drive carefully. Do you understand? It is God that saves us all. But I always try as much as possible to avoid them, because before you know it, they'll batch your car. When they come down, they will be begging you. So I've had experience with them batching my car, begging me have to go and repaint, all those stuff. So I always try as much as possible to just be careful with them. That's all.
All right. So there is this popular saying that everybody driving in Lagos must be mad. Is that true?
How to me it is not true because I'm not mad. I'm very cool, and I always smile. You always see that smile on me, so I'm not crazy.
What actually prompted you to start driving?
Okay, what actually brought me into driving taxify boats in Lagos was actually COVID-19. COVID-19 stopped most of my business, the business I was actually doing before COVID-19, when the border was shut, so I could not do them again because it has to do with me sending things abroad. So the border was closed, then I can't sit idle. In short, before going into taxify, then before started doing boats, then I was doing sanitizer. I take sanitizers during COVID-19. I supply sanitizers. I don't just like sitting idle. I don't like being idle, doing nothing. You always find me doing something. Do you understand? So then when the COVID-19, then immediately after COVID-19, you know, a lot of things, a lot of businesses collapses. So people like, okay, now where am I going to pick it from? So somebody was saying something about driving. So I just have to go and locate where I got the car on hire purchase as well. So, but I finished paying last month. Do you understand? So I just decided that, okay, I told my husband that let me go and take a car on hire purchase. He was like, how will you be driving on Lagos Road? He was so insisting that I shouldn't. But after so much persuasion, I was like, I tried to convince him. When he was convinced to an extent, okay, he said no problem. So he supported me. Then I went to take the car. He actually took the car on my behalf. Do you understand? So, and thank God, I'm done paying. So the car is mine now.
So now knowing that, you know, you've finished paying for the car, how do you feel being a car owner? You know, when you started this business, I'm sure you'll be thinking about how to pay up. So now that the car is yours, how do you feel? And those times when, you know, there are some times that you won't be able to go out to ride, and you know that you have to pay up. What were some of the things going through your mind then? And now that, you know, the car is fully yours, what are the things you now think about being the car owner?
Okay, then, no, there are sometimes we are not machine. There are sometimes you want to go out, the body will be like, no, you have to rest today. Do you understand? So those times, and I need to pay, my husband is always there for me. He always come through during those periods I'm unable to. Do you get? So, and then paying off was actually striving me, like I need to pay this thing off when I'm going out. That's why I said I actually give myself targets before leaving the house, and the money I have a target that today, God, please help me. I want to make so amount before coming home. Do you understand? Even when it is raining, like raining seriously, I don't stay at home. You find me on the road walking, because those times there will be surge, and I take advantage of those periods. Do you understand? So, and thank God I'm able to pay off. And now that I still have another target again. I have something else I still want to do. So that thing again is still pushing me to keep going more. Do you understand? Like I still want to do more. I still want to, it's like, you know, sometimes I just feel like if there are so many things in me that I'm unable to like finish them. Like I still need that energy in me. Is like I've not exhausted it. Do you get? So I still need to do more. So I keep pushing myself. I can't continue driving boats. Do you understand? So I have target as well. I have other things I want to do. Do you get? I have business idea. It gets that I need fun to, like, do you understand? So I have a lot of things on my end. So it's not as if maybe, okay, now that I have paid, that I'm done paying, like I want to relax. No. It's not time for relaxation yet. That's
All right. So you mentioned that, you know, you had to convince your husband before he agreed. The first day you mentioned this to him, that you want to be a cab driver on the streets of Lagos, what was his reaction?
He was like, he said no, you can't do it. I was like, but you know me, once I said I want to do this thing, you know me that I would do it. There was a time I was at Kara. I go there, I buy a lot of cow skin. They know me there then. I take it home, Do you understand? I take it home, I scrape the skin myself, myself and my siblings. Sometimes I'll cut it, I'll fry it. I have people that supplies it for me. So, do you understand? I gave him instances of things that people won't even believe I can do that I have done. It was like, you this woman, okay, let's see how it goes. So believing that maybe it is something that I will do a month, 2 months, I'll be like, that I will give up. No, I don't give up. Not until I achieve what I want.
So now, how is his reaction towards the whole business now? Would you say he is proud of you?
Yeah, definitely. He is. He's very, very proud of me. Very, very, I'm sure of that. Very, very proud of me. When you are no man wants a idle woman. Do you understand? When he goes out at the end of the month, when he brings this, and you two, you're able to contribute this to, do you understand what is on ground? There is no way. He's proud of me. I'm sure of that. Very, very sure.
All right, so let's go a little bit, into the kids.
Okay.
How are you able to juggle this business and then creating time for the children?
Yeah, they always have their own time with me. Do you understand? I don't play with my kids as well. So during the week when I go out after sending them to school. Then I come back home at exactly when they close or when they are about to close from school. They do extra, so I have time for them. Do you understand? Then weekends, my siblings are always at home to care for them. So, and there are sometimes they say, "Mommy, no, you are not going out today. We want you to take us out. I give them those days as well. So we are good.
All right. So in line of the business, have you ever been embarrassed? On your street when people get to smell like she's a cab driver. You know how Nigerians can be. She's just a cab driver. Have somebody ever said that to you? And have you ever been embarrassed doing this business?
Okay, on my streets, I actually don't think I have picked. I'm not the type. I don't really relate much with people on my street because my street is a very long one. Do you understand? So I've picked so many people on my street that they don't know I stay on that street. So that is one. I have picked somebody that is actually a relative. When she saw me, she was like, so this is what you do. She's even an actress. She was like, so this is what you do. So I said yes. So I took her to her destination. Do you get? I don't feel embarrassed. Since you didn't see me stealing, do you understand? You didn't find me on the streets, maybe going after men. There is nothing to be ashamed. Yeah, I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing because this that I'm doing is actually putting a lot of things into order in my life. So I can't be ashamed of myself. I'm not. I'm actually proud of myself. So that's it.
All right, so but have you ever been harassed, by some of your passengers? Because we've heard different stories about, harassment. So have you ever been harassed with some of your passengers? Have they harassed you? Or probably some of the drivers?
No, I've never been harassed by my riders. But I have been harassed by my rider's fiancé. She, there are some men, when they see me, they will tell me they want to cancel because they say by the time I get to their destination, if their wives should see me, they will think maybe I'm something to them. Do you understand? They will be like, and I tell them, no problem, you can cancel it. Do you get? So this particular one, it was at Magodo. It was a day I could never forget because for some hours I was not myself. I was like, how could you be this insensitive? I carried the husband or so. So he was at the front, so he called her before getting to the destination that she should come out to come and open the gate. So on getting there, she was outside before we got there. So on getting there, when we saw her, he wrote down that, okay, hold on, babe, I'm coming, I want to make payment. She just started, what? So a woman brought you home? You even still have the effrontery? All of a sudden, she started banging my car. Hey, you come out, you're a bitch, you are this, you are that. I was like, no, madam, I'm a boat driver. See my app. I was trying to show her that this is my app. I'm a boat driver. Like, okay, you don't even want to, like, what will I even call him? Am I going to call him a sugar boy or something? Because he's younger than me. Do you understand? So I was not like, no, I don't have anything to do with this person. It's just my rider. She was just banging my car. The guy have to roll up that he was just begging me that, please don't worry, just lock the car. I'll find my way. I'll just get down, then I will pacify her. He just, in short, when he got out from my car, for like some minutes, I didn't even get myself. I was like, what's this? That was actually the highest, but I've seen a lot of people, I pick so many people, different characters, but I always try as much as possible to smile. No matter how hungry, some will want to transfer aggression to you. Do you get? So when I smile, they'll just be like, some will not, they won't have choice. They just keep quiet. They'll just be looking at me. Some will not say anything. Some will talk. Some will apologize when they are rude. Some will not apologize. I take it like that. It is the money you are paying me that I'm after. That's it.
Saying that things were, so good until you lost your parents. If your parents were still very much around till this time, would you say things would have been different, and in what ways?
Okay, if they even have actually stayed a little bit longer, if not to this present moment, but if they have stayed a little bit longer, things would have been different in so many ways, because I wouldn't have the burden of the response. I didn't even see it as a burden, because I actually enjoy doing it, so it's not a burden to me. Do you get? I won't have to shoulder the responsibility of my siblings. It will be me and me alone. Do you get? So whatever I'm doing, it will actually be for me. Like if I'm giving to them, it will be okay out of choice. Do you get? Not like it is compulsory for me to. So if they have actually stayed a little bit longer, things would have been different and much, much more better than this.
Alright, so if you didn't have the option of, being a cab driver on the streets of Lagos, when things were not doing so good during COVID, what else would you have done?
I told you before going into cab or into driving, I was into sanitizer, hand wash, Isaiah. Do you understand? I would have actually picked something else to do. I can't stay idle. I would have done something else. And even presently, as I'm speaking to you, I don't do Uber alone. I do Ashwebi, I do souvenir. And when I carry my riders, I introduce what I do to them. I've done some events successfully. Do you understand that? I pick their Ashwebi for them. And when you don't have that connection, you don't know some people. Do you understand? There are some contracts you don't get. Do you get? Even though you are capable of doing it. So, but at least so far so good. I'm still able to I pick Ashwebi, I pick when it comes to souvenir, you want to make your wig. I do online business, I sell clothes, I sell shoe. Any business you ask me. Well, there is what they call me Gbogbolowo. So any business, once you just say it, I'll tell you I know it because I have idea. So even though I can't, I would look for somebody who can do it. I will introduce that person to it. Then I'll get my own share of it, no matter how little. I'm okay.
All right. So what's your message to other women out there who do not believe that a woman can actually do this job, or a woman can be so many things?
Okay. My advice to them is, please, just stand up. I always talk to women around me. Please, don't sit down and believe you cannot do it. Stand up from that your comfort zone. Try to do something. Once you try to do it, you realize you can do it. Do you understand? Once, just come out and do it. Try it first. If you fail, I've done so many networking business. When I fail in one, I'll go to another one. I told you there was a time I was doing Pomo. When the price increased, I dropped it. I went into another business. You won't tell me that the period I was doing it that I didn't gain anything. I gained something. Do you understand? I've actually added it. I've done a lot of things. So I will tell you to just please stand up and come out. It's hard respect when you do something, when you are contributing to what is coming home from your husband. It commands respect. It gives you respect as a woman. But when you sit down and you expect your husband to bring 500 naira, bring amount of money to you, you are not commanding any respect. Then you won't be able to take care of your children the way you want. When you go out, when you work, no matter how little, if your husband is bringing 100,000 naira and you drop 1,000 naira, he will respect you for that. But at least this woman is doing something. She's trying to like support. So please just come out of your comfort zone. Don't feel relaxed that okay, let him go and do it. Let him bring. No. If my husband will still be bringing me millions of naira, I will still go out to do something.